What's up, guys? Paulo CQ here.
Cassandra Lee, and together we are the Power Couple.
Welcome to the Power Couple Show.
Holla! My hair looks crazy. So
hey, look, listen. I told her, look, you gotta get your stuff right, man. You know, we're gonna get on the show. We gotta do it. We gotta do it. You know, we gotta do it on time.
We worked out this morning, and I had to like wash my hair and stuff.
It looks pretty crazy, but you know what? We gotta keep coming here, delivering some massive value to you guys, right? So today, man, what are we gonna be talking about today?
Well, it shows how much I actually love these guys that I would come looking like a crazy.
She looks a little crazy
woman,
but she can pull it off.
I love how you just look great.
I always look great.
Get out of my face.
I have to feel good about myself every day.
Anyway, so guys, today we're talking about, what is it, baby? We're
going to be talking about 5 things, right?
Things.
The 5 things that actually destroy your awesome relationship with your awesome love, right? You want to avoid doing these 5 because I really believe they're destructive behavior. They're just going to put an end to the relationship, right? And if you avoid these 5 things, I really believe that you guys can have a significant and happy life, and you know, you guys can love each other more, right? The way we do. But I'm excited. I'm pumped up, right?
Baby, so I love you when my hair looks crazy.
Yeah, I do. I love you when you're here. I don't care, man. You know.
Okay. Well, anyway.
Some people can see you, some people can't. You know, some people are listening to us on iTunes or whatever, or on SoundCloud, and they can't see your mess.
Well, those of you who can see me, hair down or hair up. I guess I'll just leave it down.
Okay.
Anyway.
So yeah, man. So what I want to talk about real fast is kind of how we got started, right? How we started dating. Yeah, I was actually the weirdest thing in the world. I wanted to learn how to do martial arts, and in the process of wanting to learn how to do martial arts, I came across this sensei that happened to be my wife.
Woo, 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 woo.
Right?
Yeah.
That's weird, right? Isn't that weird? Like every time I tell this story, it's always like I find myself, wow, this is a unique story.
Yeah.
Like it's not like I kind of found you online dating or like a friend from
You
high
wanted
school.
to learn how to fight, and he found me.
Yeah, I did find her, right? And I was like, wow, you're my karate instructor?
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Actually, it was like a group of like 5 guys, and they came in and they're ready to take the class, and they're like, yes, so where's the sensei? And I'm like, I am the sensei. and they looked at me like
she whooped everyone's butt.
No, like 2 of them threw up that same day and never came back.
And never came back again.
Again.
You know, actually, I was actually going to quit, right? I was actually really scared to quit because of her father. Because I remember one time we had this kid, right? His name was like I'm not even gonna tell his name, right? He might be watching this, but like I saw how he got destroyed when he quit, right? I remember I was like watching. He's like, yeah, today I'm gonna quit, man. You know, because like I got a kid on the way. I need some extra money, and I don't think I want to do this, right? So like, he walks into the school, right? And I'm like watching. I'm like, oh, okay, let me see. And he's like, yeah, sir, I'm gonna quit today. And he's like, you're gonna quit? You're gonna quit? You're gonna quit on this? You know, quit on? It's like, yeah, I have a baby. It's like, he's like, that's the reason why you should do this, right? What does a baby have to do with anything, right? And like, he just like completely demolished them. And I was like, oh man, I shouldn't quit. Well, anyways, like, I was like really nervous. But then there came a point where I actually was gonna quit, right? And then she actually, what's the line that you said that you gave me? Because if I would have quit.
You're under a contract.
Oh yeah, that's what she said. She's like, you're under a contract, and I'm like, damn.
You committed.
Damn it.
Keep your word.
Damn it.
It was really a test to see if he was really a committed man.
Yeah.
If he was gonna continue, then I knew that he was, you know, someone who would continue.
Yeah. I never realized it. I never realized how a lot of the things that we do is in parallel.
It's a parallel process.
It's a parallel process. So like you know, how you do one thing is how you do everything.
Pretty much.
So or how you do everything is how you do everything. No.
How you do everything is how you do one thing.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, the way we treat each other is the way we treat our business. You know, the way we treat each other is the way we treat our other relationships. The way I take care of my body is the way that I'm going to take care of my finances. You know, things like that. Everything's a parallel process. The way I exercise, do I give up in the middle of it? Those things are the way I handle challenges. You know, everything is a parallel process. And, you know, I do a lot of that. I always like check them out to make sure before I said anything, you know, it was a good investment.
It was definitely a good investment. But the thing is that I needed a lot of work, right? I needed a lot of work. And sometimes, you know, a lot of people, right? Here's what I think, right? What I think is that sometimes a lot of people are afraid. They're afraid to make a commitment, right? But the thing is, I don't get it, right? Because, you know, they have the kids, they move in together, you know, they do like
the half commitment.
So like they've technically already committed, right? And the thing is, right? The thing is, that they don't want to make the real commitment, right?
Word.
Well, why is that? Why do you think that's that?
Well, because sometimes commitment, can put fear into someone, and here's why. It's usually the fear of the unknown, right? The fear of the unknown, or their own prediction of what could happen because of what they've seen in others' lives they think will happen in them, or predictions of past experiences of what they've experienced they think it's going to happen in this experience, when really, so those are three different fears, right? The fear of the unknown, they have no idea what's going to happen. They've seen what happens in other lives, right? They think it'll happen to them. They've seen what has happened in their own life with a similar situation, and they think it's going to happen again. And to me, it's kind of like, why the heck think about all of those things? If you want something, you get it.
Exactly.
It's like, it's a choice. You focus on the now. People are so focused on what they've experienced, the future, all these other things, when all it really has to do is right now, because that's really all you have. Tomorrow isn't promised, so why are you even focused on that anyway? Yeah, you may want a future. Yeah, you may want all these things. Someone had asked us, how do you guys know that you're going to love each other for the rest of your life? And I said to them, because I choose to love my husband every day. It's a choice. And if I continuously choose consistently to love him every single day, how can this not work? Let me tell you what 10 years from now looks like. It looks better than today.
Yeah. That's crazy. I'm kind of getting tired with these people, right? Like, oh man, that's how you guys, you guys love each other now, but wait for 20 years later. Screw that, right?
Yeah, for real.
Because like she just mentioned, right? If we just make the decision to love each other every single day, and we take it day by day instead of thinking too much out into the future, right? You start thinking about all these things, and you get all caught up in the how do you do this? How do you do that? Oh my gosh, I don't know if I want to do this. Right?
All this crazy stuff.
And then, like, you know what? I'm just not ready right now. Just not ready.
And it's like, well, when are you going to be ready? Oh, give me like 10 more years.
So going back to the story, right? So like when we met or whatever, right? Like here's what happened, right? Like we automatically just from the jump started like, we were like technically like we were forced to hang out with each other, right? Like we were forced to see each other every single day. So like, because obviously I'm a student, I'm a committed student, so I'm coming to class, she's teaching me the moves, right? And then there comes a point where she was digging me, right? I was like the best student in the class, right? And then she's like, look, listen, I want you to be an instructor, right? I want you to be part of this leadership council.
No, I said, do you want to be? I didn't say I want.
No, she said, I need you to be part
No, I didn't say I want.
council.
I didn't even say I need. I said, hey, we have a leadership council. I'm thinking of starting up a team. Would you like to be a part of it?
Yeah, I'm being honest here. Honestly, I was at a point in my life where
you see what I deal with?
Had no confidence, right? Not at all. I just had nothing. I saw an opportunity though, and I was like, wow, this can actually not just get me closer to her. Now I'm just going around, but it can actually sharpen my skill sets. It can give me something to be confident about, right? Because if you think about it, for those who don't have a significant other or are looking for one, they're like, when, like, oh man, like, it's like every time I go on these days, like, these guys play me out or whatever the case is, right? Look, confidence comes from being competent in the skill set, right? And when you don't have an arsenal of skill sets that make you confident because you're able to do something with them, right? What happens is that you come out as very insecure, you come out as very not confident, and people don't like that, and people are not going to give you a chance. And if you're looking to find your other couple, right? You're looking to be another power couple, right? But you're just not finding a couple. You got to ask yourself, what am I doing in my day that's going to develop a skill set that's going to give me the confidence that I need so I can step into those dates. I can go to places and people can say, damn, that guy's confident. Damn, that girl's confident. Oh man, you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So at the time, I saw there's an opportunity to say, damn, I can develop my confidence here. I can actually, I'm an instructor. Whoa,
Yeah, people will look up to you and stuff.
Well, anyways, right. So what we want to talk about, right, is the first thing. Actually, I pulled up a blog article here. I always mess up these names.
You don't have to hold the button.
I'm messing it up or something. Okay. Yeah. I don't even know how to do this real quick.
It's okay.
Okay. So 5 deadly things that can kill your relationships by BollywoodShadis.com. Okay. The first one happens to be communication breakdown, right? So you want to talk about this a little bit?
Absolutely, communication breakdown. I think that I think my father told me this years ago. Like most relationships end or die out because of 3 things. I think it is.
Yeah.
Communication, sex, and money, right? And this is so important, guys. It's so important, right? But communication is a really big one. I think that when you and I first started dating, it was huge. It was a huge problem. It was a huge problem.
Oh, no communication.
No communication. This guy just did not know how to communicate.
I would disappear. I would disappear.
He kind of still does it every now and then. I'm just like,
I just started recently doing it on purpose.
On purpose?
Yeah.
On purpose.
I want to test my boundaries here.
Oh my goodness. Okay, no, I think communication is key, and here's why. If you don't communicate with your partner, how do you expect them to understand what it is you want, where it is you want to go, what it is you want to do, what it is that you are doing or expecting or want from them? You know, if I want something from you in return, and if I don't communicate that, how do I expect to receive that? Right? So it's a give and take. Communication is a give and take. And it starts off with the smallest things. Remember, everything's a parallel process. So I knew when we were dating, if he couldn't communicate little things, it was going to be a huge problem when it came to bigger things. Didn't I always say that? Yeah,
you did.
You know, it's like, if you can communicate with this little thing, I know that you will communicate with a bigger responsibility.
Yeah. No, she always said it, right? I was completely 100% terrible at this thing. I mean, I don't know what I did for 19 years of my life. I felt like I did nothing. I was like just a body just walking in the space, you know, and just out there, not really understanding that these things are really important in a relationship, right? I mean, communication in itself is just important in general, right? Being able to communicate your message across the right way, being able to communicate and making sure everybody understands you, right? And I just figured that everyone just knew what I was thinking, right?
Yeah.
And that's what happens, I think, a lot of the times. You think that your partner knows what you're thinking somehow. You think that they have these magical powers. They can read your mind. And they're like, oh.
You know what they usually say, right?
What's up?
When you assume, you make an ass out of you and me.
Oh, that's what it's called? Oh, I never knew that. What is it called? When you assume?
Yeah, because it's spelled A-S-S-E.
Oh, when you assume, you make an ass of you and me. Yeah. Out of you and me.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so that's what I was doing a lot of the times then, right?
But it goes both ways. It's not just about you communicating. It's about you also listening. Communication's a two-way street. It's not just about me saying, hey, babe, you know, I really want this, or hey, babe, here's how I feel, X, Y, and Z.
This is the part where I need to work on it a little bit more, right? I'm not there yet, right? I think I've gradually gotten worse. Right? I think I was a little bit better in the beginning, right? So I think I need to work on that a little bit more.
So it's a two-way street. It's not just because you can easily say, yeah, man, you don't even communicate, but do you even listen? You know, do you even listen? You got to ask yourself that. It's a two-way street here. Babe, you want to just get the battery? Our camera this show would have just come 2.5 seconds, except for our listeners on iTunes. You guys would have still been able to hear us. But everyone else watching us, it had probably just died. So he's getting the charger real quick. But anyway.
Your face is blocked.
I know.
Oh, does that actually record?
No, I don't think they see that.
Oh, they don't see that. We see that. Okay.
Yeah, we see that. But man, it's a two-way street, guys, right? It's a two-way street. And you have to ask yourself, are you doing both aspects of communication? Are you being completely honest, open, and transparent? Are you really expressing yourself, but are you also listening? And that's really important.
I actually got really excited, right? I'm actually excited about this show because not just because we're launching something new, right? I think this show has, should have been brought to you a lot sooner, but I'm excited because, anytime that you take, you decide to position yourself as to do anything, right? Something like this, you actually learn more, right? You learn more. So we're talking about relationships, and the reason why I'm excited is not because we get to entertain you, we make you laugh, and we share a little bit of the value that we've learned just in these couple of years being married and stuff, right? But at the same time, we get the opportunity to actually learn more about ourselves, right?
Yeah.
And it's always cool. I mean, this stuff that we're sharing with you is, I think it's really cool stuff, right? Yeah. So let's go to the next one, right? So let's see if I got this right now. Okay, so the next one happens.
I feel like I could talk about each one as its own episode, one by one.
It's good. I mean,
they're
good,
so
right?
deep,
So here's the next one, right? So according to BollywoodChadis.com, it says infidelity, right? So infidelity basically adultery, right? Which is one of the most common reasons for divorce, right?
So this is a huge one.
Which really, right? So I mean, why does it happen though?
Why does it happen?
I mean, is it right No, absolutely not.
No, it's not.
All right. So, but why does it happen? Why do you think people do it? Why do you think?
Okay, for one, you're just not honest, open, and transparent. It all goes back to being an open book. For example, right? If Paolo sees a hot chick, right? I expect him to tell me. For him to say.
Which I have not done that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, kind of.
Do I really?
Kind of.
I'm like actually a little scared to tell her. I'm completely 100%.
See, but that's the problem.
I need to work
the
on that.
moment those are little gaps that are put in the relationship.
So you see, I'm learning too.
I do it all the time. I'd be like, yo, that dude is hot. But I tell you all the time. I'm like, that's a good looking dude.
Yeah, but you don't say he's hot.
Yeah, I do.
So I want to know. I want to look because there's people here. I don't want them to get in trouble and stuff. Then they get slapped in the face and they get punched.
Well, I think that if you want to have, you have to communicate that.
Here's what I want to know, right? So like when you're checking someone out, or you think not checking someone out, when you think someone's like, they look good, right? Like, is there a certain verbiage that you need to use? Like, oh, she looks good.
I don't care.
Or do you describe it like, damn, like that guy's hot, bro? Like, damn, that guy's tall.
I don't know. I think when I express it, it automatically not only lets you know that I find him attractive, but two, it also puts me in check not to go deeper. Like it's just like, because now that it's just exposed. There's nothing to.
Ooh, that's good. That's good.
There's nothing to tantalize.
So you're basically saying just throw it out in the light, right?
Yeah,
you throw it out. Think about it.
Because then as soon as it's exposed, it's like, okay, I am now aware too that I find that guy attractive. There's nothing to explore anymore. You know what I mean?
Because whenever you just leave it in your mind in the dark places, right? It just grows. It grows. It uses the imagination. It grows. Like you say, you start tantalizing with it, right? And then it can lead into all these different things that, it's crazy. I mean, I'm not sure where I saw this, right? But like, there's a huge statistic on guys who actually watch pornography, right?
Yeah.
Which is also another reason why it affects relationships, right?
It does, yeah.
And that's important because, the moment I would think that the moment I expose it and I say, you know what, I think that chick looks hot or whatever,
yeah,
right? It automatically puts you in check too. Like, yo, I gotta step it up.
That's the other thing.
I gotta. Okay, cool. But it also puts me accountable because now it's like it's out there, right?
Here's the other thing. You gotta go back to the first time you guys were dating. Like, you have to always want to look like. Right now, I feel like crap because I'm not looking good for my husband.
Her game,
I gotta step up my game today.
Damn. She looks good. She looks good right now.
Don't even play. You know what I mean? Like, we always have to look good for each other and want to do that.
No. That's also, something. Yeah, no. Go ahead.
It also goes back to like even the honest, open, and transparent. You gotta, like, for example, sex life, right? If it's not doing good, just say it.
No, here's what I'll do. I mean? Look, listen. Look, we're obviously we're married, right? So we're not telling. Look, we're not advertising this and saying, look, go have sex with random people or
no.
We really believe that just make a commitment, man.
I think
make a commitment, get married, and then just love the person, right? It's way funner that way. Look, listen, there's so many. Look,
it's more sacred.
It's more sacred,
seriously.
right? Look, listen, and then sleeping around with people, bro. Not only is it not good for you, right? But dude, you gotta be every day. You wake up scared, like, damn, I should have wear the condom. Damn, do I got something or not? Right? That's no way to live, man. Look, listen, just get married, right? Make a commitment, right? But look, here's one thing that I decided to do. Is I started setting goals, right? And I started. This is a weird one. This is a little weird one, but we're just gonna be weird with you, right? We're married.
No, he's gonna be weird with you.
We're married. So the cool thing about it is that we can talk about this stuff, right? We're married, which is the best thing in the entire world.
I think he just keeps on saying it to embed it in your head to get married.
Yeah, you should get married. You should get married. But look, one of the things that I started to realize is that our sex life was declining. It was going low, and there are circumstances that we were in, situations that we were in, but still. It was important. It's important, right? It's important. So I started writing it down. I started saying, you know what, I'm gonna do it with her like 3 times a day. And and then the funny thing is, I would write it in the morning, write it at night, and then by night I would feel accomplished because I know I got it done, right? And even if I didn't get 3 times in, right, I would at least get a couple of times in, right? So I just think that if you just make it a priority, which it should be a priority, right? I mean, this stuff kills it as well. I mean, stuff.
Not that we're saying the relationship is based off of only that, but it's a crucial.
We're not saying
it's a crucial part to your.
But look,
relationship.
infidelity happens, right? When you're not appreciating each other's body, you're not
exactly.
Right?
And it also the moment that you get tired and bored of this. You want to explore other things.
Yeah,
That's the moment
It
you
leads.
should immediately communicate that to your
No,
spouse.
that's actually very important. No, it leads into other stuff. Like you start thinking like, oh, like, well, you look, listen, I don't know about you, but like I feel like, when you want it, right, it's like an itch and it needs to get scratched, right? And if it's not being scratched by your wife, or you're not scratching the itch for your wife, right, you're gonna go find another tool out there or find someone else that can scratch that for you.
Yeah.
And
now,
that's not good.
Before you move on to the next thing, this is the last point I want to make.
Uh-huh.
This is for the ladies and some men, but I know that for anyone, I know that it is kind of uncomfortable when you hear your spouse say, I am bored, or I am not feeling this. I feel like looking, whatever it is that they say, it kind of hurts, right? It kind of hurts for a second, but you have to literally be cool. You have to be, if he is feeling this way, right? Or she, eventually you are, okay? If you are not yet feeling that way. And you have to be cool with being upfront, honest, and open, because the only way that it is going to get solved is by you coming into agreement with it and creating a solution. What happens is that people focus on a problem.
Mm-hmm.
So the moment he expresses to me or I express to him, immediately the natural instinct for a human being is to go, what? Really? And then the whole conversation becomes about this problem, and it gets inflated, when really immediately you should go, oh, that's how you're feeling? Okay, well, what do you think the solution is? And immediately just focus on the solution. I love the face you make when you know.
Yeah, I was trying to not be rude.
You look crazy.
I'm listening.
But doesn't that make sense?
No, that makes a lot of sense.
It makes sense, right?
That makes a lot of sense. So let's go to the next topic, which is money matters, right? Money either can make your life better or it can make it worse, according to BollywoodShadid.com. And you can check this out for yourself. Disagreements over financial responsibilities or monetary investments.
Can you say
cause
that
much
more
stress.
enthusiastic?
I'm sorry. Disagreements over financial responsibilities or monetary investments.
He said that so monotone, I was like falling asleep when he said it.
Yeah. So basically, money matters, which is true, right? I mean, I don't want to go into it too long. I mean,
Why did you click on that?
I guess I clicked on something else. So I guess this is the advertising.
Yeah, money matters is important, guys. I think we're gonna make an episode on just that soon.
Yeah.
Because I was actually getting ideas of this yesterday, so I don't really want to talk about it too much today because I think it's gonna be a whole other topic.
Okay, I guess sexual incompatibility. I don't understand.
Incompatibility.
I don't understand. I guess like satisfying.
Yeah, exactly.
Making sure that the other person is getting their satisfaction, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
But that goes back to what we said yesterday,
does.
which is putting your partner's feelings before yours. If you both can do that in every situation, y'all gonna be good.
Yeah.
Really
Okay.
good.
So the last one is addiction, right? And addiction is never good, right? Because look, whenever you look, whether you're addicted to drugs, it says you're addicted to whatever, right? Drugs, alcohol, or gambling, or whatever,
Sports,
right? Pornography, whatever the case
forgetting
is.
things.
Yeah.
Addicted to forgetting.
Yeah, I don't think that's a problem, right? No, but when you become addicted, right? What happens is that you put whatever you're addicted on the throne, and then all of a sudden now your whole world revolves around this thing, right? So you waste time, you don't get things accomplished, right? And you're not satisfying your partner. Obviously, you're not around. Obviously, when it comes to making decisions, should I spend quality time with her or should I do the thing that I'm addicted to? You're gonna choose what you're addicted to. And in the process of doing that, right, you're going to start choosing that over a lot of things because obviously that's what rules in your mind. That's the priority that's in your mind.
Yeah.
And addiction is never good. It's never good.
Never good. The only thing I will allow him to have over me is God. That is the only thing. Why? Because I know that when he has God, this relationship is 10 times stronger. I don't have to worry so much about any of those things, the communication, the infidelity, I don't have to worry about any of those things, the addictions, because he's rooted to the one and only who's going to get him further along in life.
Yeah, I mean, it's the coolest thing in the world. I mean, I can't even explain it, right? But if you want more information, if you want to just chat a little bit, right, and just talk about how that works, and how you can actually have God in between, right, and just be the center of the relationship, right? Because really, when it's that way, it's what's the scripture? How do you say it? 3 quarters are better than one.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
How is it?
I don't know exactly.
I don't know what it is, right? But here's the deal, right, guys? I remember one time I was like really angry, right? I was teaching martial arts class, and at the time I just sucked, man. I really sucked, right? I would have good classes, bad classes, good classes, right? It would fluctuate a lot. And one day, I got really angry, right? So we get in the car when we get in the car, you know, like I was ready to just like, you know, go off on her, right? Just like, because I felt angry because she kept saying, "Are you okay? Are you okay? Okay?" You know, I'm like, "Ah, man, I'm like, whatever," you know. And then all of a sudden, here's what happened, right? This is the first time experiencing something like this, right? I never had experienced something like this. And I get like all of a sudden, like I feel like a tug on my heart, right? And it's like, just tell her to pull over. And I'm like, okay. And I'm like, all right, pull over. And then I felt like, go out there, right? And as I stepped out the car, I started praying, right? I started to pray. And when I started praying, here's what happened. All of a sudden, I started to realize so much love. Love. So much love. I went from being 100% angry to 80 to 70 to 60 to 40 to 30 to 20 to 10 to nothing. And while being consumed in this love, I realized that what I was going to do would have ruined the relationship if I had not taken some time to spend time with God and pray, and and that's what happened, right? I mean, these are certain things that sometimes really make the biggest difference in our relationship.
Absolutely.
Right? I mean, the only reason why we're the power couple is not even just because it's me and her together, but really because we got God in the middle, right?
That's what creates the power.
God is the glue, man.
He creates the power.
God is the glue. It's a reason why we're always going to be with each other. It's the reason why we're always going to love each other. It's the reason why no matter what we go through, adversity, any challenges, we will always stick together, because we will always, God's right here. He's in between. He's in between, and He holds us together, right?
That's right.
He holds us together.
That's the real secret, right?
That's the real secret. I mean, that is the real secret.
Everything else we gave you was tips. That's the real
Everything
one,
else, honestly, when you just focus on God, everything's good, right? One time I heard, I don't know from who, I guess it was a preacher or a pastor, but he says, whatever direction you're heading into, no. Well, how does it go? I forgot. It was something like this, right?
Epic fail.
Yeah,
right?
It was a very epic fail, but it was good. It sounded good, right? It was like, oh wow, that's really good. It made me think. I was like, oh, I got an aha moment. But he says, whatever direction you go to, as long as it's towards God, it's always the right direction, or something like that.
That's
right?
a good one, actually. Yeah.
Which means really, right? If you just focus on God, all the how-tos, all the tips that we gave you, all the things that you're trying to put together, and you're writing notes, right? Or maybe you're not. Or you're trying to take in, right?
They come together.
They just come together. They will come together, right? There's no need to like have a to-do list, like, oh, I have to do this. Just if you just focus on God, it's like the funniest thing. It's like, just focus on Him, everything comes together. Just focus on Him, everything comes together. Just focus on it. It's the easiest formula in the world.
It's literally like, that's how we got all. I mean, you probably think, yo, you guys are so smart. Oh my gosh, that makes sense.
Actually, we're not even smart.
We're not.
We're getting
literally,
this from a blog or whatever.
No, I mean, like what we talked about. No, we didn't get that from the blog. We got the 5 keys from the blog.
Oh yeah, that didn't say anything about God.
The insight that we got is literally because we have God. That's it. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. Here's another cool thing, right? A lot of people say you guys are young, you guys need some time. You guys don't understand.
I look like a kid now, especially.
But the thing is, right? God has a way of just it's something called spiritual aging, right? And He can age your spirit way faster than what your body looks like, right? So even though we look like we're 15 years old, right? Because we have a relationship with God, it's like the coolest thing in the world, right? He can mature us from the inside, even though our bodies have not gotten old and wrinkly and we have gray hairs, right? So technically, we are the power couple.
That's anyway, guys, listen up. Before we go, I want you to let us know if you're enjoying the show. Go ahead.
Message us. Go ahead.
Tag us on Facebook. Message us. Email us. Whatever you want to do.
I need to get my social media stuff together.
Let us know. We are _power couple 0413. Follow us, and it's going to be awesome. That's Instagram.
What about Twitter? We
got to make a power couple Twitter and a power couple Snapchat. Facebook is the power couple. And we love you guys. You're awesome. Give us your comments. If you want to be a special guest on here, let us know.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey guys, Power Couple Show here. I'm doing a Snapchat real fast. Okay. And you need to come and watch the show, man. So add me on Facebook, add her on Facebook, and get to the show.
All right, guys. Well, I hope you had a good time. Hope you enjoyed today's show. We are here every day of the week, Monday through Friday, 8:30 a.m. We started a little late, but it's all good in the hood. Right, baby?
in the hood. Where we are due. No.
What are you saying?
No.
He always kills it. Like, he's not good at this stuff. No,
I'm going to end it now.
all right, peace.
All right. See you tomorrow, guys, at 8 p.m.
8:30 a.m.
8:30 a.m. Nice
Eastern.
and bright. All right. Listen to us all day long. And follow us on your podcast.